month and a half now. We still ain't got no cable. We don't even watch TV. We paying for cable that we don't even need right now. All right, why? Because we don't have time for that. We got goals. We got things that we're trying to accomplish. We got bills that we're trying to pay, and we ain't trying to rely on the job to pay them. Because we know for a fact that if we go to work every single day, we'll be able to pay those bills, but what will we be able to do outside of that? So that's where the routine comes in. Because your routine have to support exactly what you say that you want to do.
What are you doing today that makes you better than the person you were yesterday? That is part of the Ascension brand. That is the motto, the heart of what we stand for. When I pass away, I want people to know. I want people to remember me, not for the time that I've spent on this planet, but for the things that I have done to contribute to society. My mama raised a loser, but I broke the chains.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Dirty Trunk Podcast, where the elephant is always welcome. It is me, your boy, Marcus Morton. Always here with me is the Aaron Mack and our lovely ladies, Coco and Alyssa. What? Speaking of that, roll right into the topic with that. Routine, everybody. Let's talk about routine.
There you go again.
You ain't gonna ask how everybody's day was, how everybody's week was?
Back to the topic.
Damn,
routine. No. There you go.
Oh.
So we're gonna come back to that after. How's everyone doing?
I see that. Look, hey, bro, today has been a bit of an odd day. I had a realization that I might be just getting old.
But I love you.
But I ain't necessarily got the problems that I had when I was a young whippersnapper. So something happened to me today, and I just kind of looked at it like, oh damn, that's kind of crazy. Like in a sense where usually like you would get embarrassed for something like that to happen. So all right, let me lay the groundwork for anybody who because we do have a lot of listeners who don't know us in our day-to-day lives. So I was at work at the Vanilla, and we do a lot of manual labor,
a lot of movement,
a lot of sweating in places that probably shouldn't be sweating. If you sweating in these places while you at your daily routine, your daily grind, you probably shouldn't be working there. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there, but it's all good. Anyway,
the sweat had nothing to do with it.
The sweat had nothing to do with it. I'm just making a point though. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So
making it sound awful.
So I gotta embellish. You gotta make it sound good. Anyway,
or worse.
So such a hater. So anyway, y'all know, I'm very very well known for rocking the black. It's just one of those things. It's just part of my personality. It doesn't matter how hot or how cold it is. I'm always in black. It's just a thing. Like I don't have to think about my clothes when I'm always wearing black. This is true. It's a philosophy of all the geniuses in the world. If you look it up, if you don't.
Simple life.
Yeah, man. Minimalistic. So my favorite pair of work shorts.
Not the favorite.
My favorite pair, man. My favorite pair of work shorts. Well worn. Very, very well worn. I happened to go outside today with said pair of shorts. And I had a young lady assisting me or something. She was spotting me as I was outside with we were in very dangerous territory, I guess you could say. And I happened to walk up the steps in front of her, and she calls me out. She says, "Hey, Aaron, your ass hanging out." I look back. I say, "What the fuck? What do you mean?" She says, "Your whole right thigh and your ass cheek is hanging out right now." And I was like, "Oh, I thought it felt kind of breezy." Damn, how big is it? She said, "You might as well not even be wearing those shorts."
Come on.
Okay. Dope. So I get back in, and then I realized that she wasn't the only person that noticed.
Stop.
Yeah. So just about everybody that we work with already noticed it and ain't say nothing. So I was like, damn, I've been modeling for y'all all goddamn day. Ain't nobody paid me a cent.
I didn't know. I wish.
Ain't nobody paid me a cent. So at some point, like I would, like, you know, most people would be like, "Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed, I'm so ashamed." I'm like, all right, y'all got a free show.
Should have made the pay for it.
Facts. I'm like, yo, where my singles at?
Oh, boy. I can't prostitute you off. I just can't.
Apparently, I prostitute myself off.
I really thought you was trying to like have a fashion statement or something. Oh
Yeah, because when we were coming back from lunch,
Yeah.
lunch, we had saw him and he had, you know, little tail behind him.
Why have a tail?
He's like, "Oh, my paint's
Spit
ripped."
on me.
I was like,
Oh,
wow.
So yeah, man, I don't have embarrassment in me, man. So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That's a good sign. You know, keeps me going, keeps me living.
Well, my thing with embarrassment though, it's like you can't get embarrassed unless you get embarrassed.
Facts.
It's not a something that someone bestows on you. Something that comes within.
It just happens internally.
Yeah.
And usually the embarrassment, all right. So y'all answer me this.
Mm.
Is it just me, or does the embarrassment make the situation a whole lot worse for you?
Yeah, it makes it a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
I mean, but like I said, if you don't get embarrassed, or it's just like, all right, you know, this happened.
Oh,
All
well.
right, let me fix it. Let me go and fix it real quick, and keep it moving. But like, if you just dwell in it, it's like a scab. You just keep picking at it and just.
And you give people reason to keep talking about it.
Yeah, that too.
And they're like, yo, this pissed you off. I'm gonna keep talking about it because it's still funny to me.
I kept thinking about the SpongeBob episode.
Oh. Yeah, just like that. He kept trying to. He was like a one-trick pony, and he just.
Rip my
ripping his
pants.
yeah.
Yeah. Until he made a joke about it himself, and then it was bad. My man played dead. What's been going on in y'all's lives?
Zip, zilch, zero. The same thing
Lies.
that been going on last week.
Editing the book.
Oh God.
What was that?
Oh God.
Are you okay?
It's a whole different world now.
Come on.
It is a whole different world, bro, with the whole editing process. I can't give y'all too much context, but the story is still good. Yeah.
I'll fix it. I haven't made it English yet.
My expectations up too high. All right, I'm a little harder on myself this go around than I was at first, man. And I notice it. It's a very visible difference. So yeah, it's yeah. But for real, all jokes aside, shout out to my man Al B. Venable Jr. He has a book coming out soon. Y'all know Al B.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Alfonso, Shaniqua's brother.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, my man, he has a book coming out soon. And he
Okay,
pulled me to the
legit.
side. Pulled me to the side today and was like really congratulated me, like gave me like this, like he was like, man, like I bought your book and I'm about to start reading it, and it was like, man, I'm just really proud of you, man, and like, yo, you did something that like a lot of people can't do, and I'm like, yo, for real, like I didn't even think of it that way, but damn, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first, he still works with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen this man.
He's usually on the pack line.
He's on a flex shift as well.
I've never seen. It's been a while since I've seen this.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Congrats to
Me
him,
and him
man.
had a good 10, 15-minute conversation.
He's like one of those people
That's
that you
dope.
always end up in the conversation with, and you're like, yo, I don't know what we just talked about, but we've been talking for like 10 minutes, but I'm entertained.
Come on. That's a skill. That is a skill.
It
That's- yeah.
is, bro. Like I don't think people really understand how that, you know, how hard that is to do. Like to entertain somebody and you ain't talking about absolutely nothing. That's like improv at its finest.
Yeah.
I would hope that he has some context of what he's talking about. I mean, me and him had a good conversation.
Yeah, I mean, I never said they weren't good conversations. Sometimes it'd be a little questionable, but you know,
I hope he doesn't listen to the podcast.
He does listen to the podcast, man. That's my dude. He know.
Huh?
Shout out, Lonzo.
Hey, what's up?
Kudos to you, man.
That's why I gave him a shout out, because he listens. Everybody I give shout outs to, they actually listen to the podcast.
Kat listens to the podcast?
Kat doesn't listen to the podcast, but I kind of feel like at some point she will.
That's all.
Kind of feel like at some point she will. And I'll try to get her on. I'm gonna try to get her on the podcast. See if that actually helps.
Yes.
That probably won't happen though.
Maybe. Who knows?
She's saying like she turned her nose up whenever.
No.
I don't know.
No.
I could be overthinking it.
You are.
How does everyone? How closely do y'all stick to y'all daily routine?
So I feel like for me and Aaron, we're still in a process of figuring out our actual routine, like on the days that we're off, especially. Just because we have this whole list of things that we need to get done that we just kind of are like, okay, like it was a tough week, like it's hard to get out of bed, it's this, that, and the other, but we have to do this, so let's squeeze 3 hours here, 2 hours here, let's clean this, let's do that, let's cook this, let's try and plan out the week, let's try and do this. But then we're like, oh, but we can get some time together, so let's try and do that. So we're very bad at keeping up on the same routine, and it's just because we haven't set one. We just have a list of things, and then because we're so scatterbrained with it, we end up having to take like 5 or 6 trips outside of the house in a day. So tired of those. But I mean, I feel like as soon as we become intentional about, okay, what is our routine? Like, what can we rely on is Thursday from whatever time to 11 a.m. Like, we're doing this. From 11 to whatever, we're doing this. But on the same token, I feel like if you just schedule every little bit of your life, then you have no room for any possible good thing that might be able to happen outside of that time. Then you're like, oh, nope, it's just going to throw me off way too much. I can't do it. So I feel like just finding the right balance is what we need to do.
Yeah, I think we have difficulty of having a routine outside of the work schedule. Our work routine, like, we don't get nothing done at all that we said we would do. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, but it's like really hard because we be so beat down and tired, but we'll work on it.
Okay. So, following a strict schedule, would you think that would hinder people, or would that
I feel
push
like it
people
depends
to-
on the person, because me and Aaron were just having a conversation the other day that we were like, okay, we're really good at making a list of things that we need to do,
but execution is
but execution without like a physical schedule is really difficult for some. And I just don't have the type of personality where I'm like, okay, but you have to. Come on, do it. Whereas me, I'm just like, okay, when I'm focused, I'm focused. And then I just knock through things, but sometimes it's just finding a balance between you and whoever you're trying to work with to accomplish something. Like, you have to take into consideration, like, the different personalities, different ways that people try and get things done. He's very creative brain. I'm like very like, okay, we have to get this done. So much to the point that sometimes we irritate each other and we clash a little bit. But I feel like if we can create a system that actually works well and blends both of our ideals together, it can really thrive, and it can make the weeks better. It can make us so that we have more time to be able to do things. We can get more editing done. We can get more business stuff done. We can get more personal time together.
It sounds like you was about to cry, and I was about to say Marcus made her cry again.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I honestly think we do pretty good with like our different personalities and how we blend together and how we get things done. Yeah, we do clash a little bit when it comes to certain things, but we clash because there are things that we don't understand about each other's lane. Like, she has a lane and I have a lane when it comes to what we do. Like, I don't know how to do marketing stuff. I do not have the willpower, the brain power, or the patience to do marketing things. That's just not me. Her, on the other hand, she's good at that. So her frustrations would be with me when it comes to, okay, I need help with this. Well, I don't know how to do that. I can't help you. I don't know how to help you. So those would be those things.
Yeah.
It would just be the same as me saying, okay, I need help writing this chapter. She's not a writer. She can't help me. So,
But I can help you make it English.
that's true. That's true. But you can help me a lot more than I can help you.
We all know that there's a lot of people that are just like stuck in a rut. They're just, living day by day, going through the motions, and they don't really have that. I mean, you can kind of say that going through the motions is a schedule for them, but they're not.
Give an example.
Work. You get up, go to your job. You get up last minute, go to your job. After your job, you go home, watch shows, get ready for bed, repeat.
Mm-hmm.
Wash, rinse, and shake it all together.
There you go. To some people, that's a schedule that they're okay with living for the rest of their lives. The only deviance might be, they get this promotion. All right, maybe they have to change a little bit here, be at work a little bit earlier, or be work a little bit later. But it's still a schedule that they're okay with, that they find acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
How do y'all feel about that?
I think that those type of people just don't have any future goals in life. I mean, at the end of the day, unless you own a business or you're just genuinely having no interest in making a name for yourself in the world and you're okay with everyone forgetting about you when you're 2 years dead, I mean, that's perfectly fine for those types of people. But if you want something that's actually going to last, you have to actually strive for, okay, what am I doing to contribute to the world? Am I creating something? Am I solving some sort of problem? Am I helping others? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? I think that it's mainly about goal setting and just kind of setting the steps that you need to get to that point. Like, not all of us are going to start at ground zero and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to solve world hunger. But at the end of the day, you have to at least make steps. Like, you have to research things. You have to make connections. You have to make networking efforts. You have to do marketing. You have to fundraise. You have to do this, that, and the other. And then you try and formulate a plan or a routine that you're going to work towards every single day. Like, you shouldn't just be okay with, well, I'm off. Let me plant myself on the couch for 3.5 days. Mm-hmm. Which I found out that a certain individual we work with that I actually look up to does that, and I'm kind of sad.
Wow.
Oh.
Damn. Somebody you look up to.
They don't listen to this podcast.
Ain't this?
They don't.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I see why. They playing themselves on the couch for 3 days. I don't think they're the right target audience. They would definitely hate to listen to this one. Man, man, we went here. we keep going here, and
Yeah, I was saying I feel like we've been.
But it's like one of those things. It's like it's not a topic that we're not far from. Like we still working 9 to 5. I'm gonna be real with you. Had we learned our lesson from the last time we talked about it, Mark, we wouldn't have jobs right now. That's just reality, bro. It is what it is. Your routine is the heart of your success. And the problem that we have, and not just our culture, but just the people in our immediate environment, not the people in our circle, because we strive to do a lot better. But the people in our immediate environment, bruh, their problem here is that, and Alyssa said it already, their problem here is that they're not doing anything when it counts. See, most people think it counts when you at work. And let that be the case. You think that it counts when you're on the clock and you're doing something. You're there for your 10-hour shift and your 40 hours a week, and you're doing what they tell you to do. But the problem here is that, what is your goal? If your goal ain't to move up the corporate ladder at your job that you work at, then what does it matter if you did everything that you were supposed to while you was at work? if you ain't do nothing that you were supposed to when you were off.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make a difference because you're good. You're at good standards at work, but you ain't good standards. You ain't in good standards where you need to be at. So it doesn't push you forward in life to do the right thing at work. Yeah, you might, accidentally fall into a promotion. You might, do the right thing, and somebody might say that, I think this person is a damn good worker, and I want to get Marcus promoted because he does the right thing all the time. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. You can do everything that you think you're supposed to do, but the world ain't built for you to just fall into opportunities. That ain't how that works. Because this world is cutthroat, and you accidentally getting a promotion, that ain't gonna accidentally happen. You're gonna have to work for that. So if it ain't your goal to work for it, then why do it in the first place?
Well, I mean, and not only promotions. I mean, you should be looking to further yourself outside of work too. I mean, at the end of the day, like even me and you, like a certain individual that we work with that I heard that she just sits around and whatever for 3 days. She was like, you guys wake up early on the days that you're off? And I was like, yeah, we have things to do. We have books to edit. We have podcasts to edit. We have this, we have that. We have marketing. We have... She was like, no, that's just too much. I gotta, like, my bed's already formed in my body. I literally order enough.
Oh, man.
She's like, I literally order enough food for the day for me to just, like, order it and have it next to my bed so that when I'm ready to eat again, I just pull from that pile. I'm like...
And I guess that's why she gained the weight.
Whoa.
I don't think we're talking about the same person.
I know we're talking about the same person. I know exactly who you're talking about.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's not a good routine to have.
No.
Hell no.
And it's so weird because just thinking of, like, in my brain, I pictured her, like, having, like, this amazing routine where because she's very high achieving.
It's her boyfriend of hers. I think that she's personally very, like, high achieving person. Like, when she needs to get things done, like, she's on it. She's got it. It gets done. She reminds me a lot of me, and that's why I look up to her. But at the end of the day, I imagined her having, like, her off time routine of, like, working out every day for a good couple of hours, like, reading a book, taking care of her son, cleaning the house, all these other things. Just thinking that she was like, I know what you're talking about.
Just doing great things, like volunteering, going to see the world, something.
Right.
But no, she literally basically said that she's like a sloth for 3 days. And I was like,
wow.
So is that like putting on a show or something?
No, I think that she just said that she gets tired throughout the week, and she's like, when I'm at home, and this is my safe space, and I'm going to be comfortable. And I was like,
so why go that hard at work and not?
And that's the point that I was trying to get to. Like, what are you doing it for? What are you doing it because somebody told you that was what you're supposed to be doing? Like you are so bent up on not on your own routine. That's just some routine that people get from like their parents or something. Like Marcus, that's just the same as you saying, my dad went to work every single day. My dad loved on my mom every single day. I'm going to do what my dad did and just go to work every single day. But for what though? What purpose? Yeah, I mean, it's good. It looked good on paper, but at the same time, it's like, yo, you ain't about to achieve nothing by doing that. Just a paycheck. That's it. That's it. And yeah, I do know who you're talking about now. I was on the wrong person at first, but yeah, I definitely know now. Yeah.
That's great. That's kind of like how we talked about how some people they get stuck and satisfied with working a 9 to 5, going hard for their job, just like going hard for your job. And then once you get off and, have that time to yourself, what are you doing with it? They're just wasting it, watching probably sports, TV on the couch, ordering food. Like, you could at least cook. Does she cook?
Orders food for the whole day for it to sit next to her bed when she's full. for her to go back to later.
That's crazy.
Heat it up.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard in my life.
That hurt my heart.
I had to hold back like a look of shock.
I'm about to chime her this episode link. I'm
No.
about to chime her this episode
No.
link. Like, you are fucking up. I need you to get your shit together.
Like,
And she's such like an overachiever all the
All right.
time.
So let's talk about it. How does a person get to that? Like, what makes a person say, I'm not doing anything else but that? Like, y'all help me understand what that is. How does that happen?
I don't know. That's not physically. That's not mentally possible for me. Because if I'm stuck in the house for like a long period of time, I'd at least get outside and go to the store or something. Get like an energy drink or something. Just something. I can't stay in the house that long.
Ask Alyssa right now. What happens when there's nothing happening to me?
You probably have a meltdown. Like, what do I need to do? There's something I need to do to
He literally like just fidgets all day. Like he'll be like, I need to do something. And like he does not act like himself. And he's like, oh. I'm like, okay, are you okay? Do you need something? Like, do you need to write? Do you need to something? Like the one day that I had like my little meltdown or whatever that I was just done. I was like, yep, I'm just going to lay here. And he was like, you know what? You're having a bad day. I'm going to have a bad day too. So he genuinely tried.
He
genuinely tried. I just was in a mood to just lay down and just like, I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to do anything other than sleep and maybe like nibble at stuff. Like I was just done with life. And well, that's a little dramatic. I wanted to live, but I was just not in the mood to like deal with life.
Associate with life.
Yes.
So you wanted to live, but you didn't want to live.
Right. I didn't want to.
You didn't want to adult that day. There you go.
Yes. So he legitimately tried to just lay there and just be my support and all these other things. And like all of a sudden, like his foot would start. Or his fingers would like be tapping on my shoulder. Or I was like, okay, can you go do something, please? Because you're driving me nuts. And I just didn't want to move. And I was like, okay, you do whatever. Like, you pull out your phone, you just do something. But, like, it drives him nuts. And I'm typically like that, too. But just, I was not having it. And just the fact that he can't for, like, more than, like, 3 hours. He's like, okay, maybe if I research something. And so he'll like research, and then he was like, no, I was going to focus on just being here for you. And then he would go and do that for a little bit longer. And then just a little while later, oh, maybe I just do this. I just need to do this, and then I'll be done. And then I was like, can you just go somewhere else? Okay, I'll come with you. I'll do something. It got to the point that I was like, okay, we'll do something. Let's just go.
So it definitely wasn't as bad that day.
It was
as it was when we watched Justice League, the Snyder's Cut.
Oh, 4 hours.
The 4 hour joint. The 4 hour boy.
Still haven't seen it yet.
The 4 hour boy kill. We almost didn't either because it was 4 hours long. I was like, all right, so it's 4 hours long. Let's just watch like 30 minutes now and just like see the rest of it like 2 months from now. Like, we can't do that, right? That joint was.
He was like, maybe we can do it in sections.
Yeah.
I watched that joint. I was like, I want to get up so bad, but this joint is so good. It was an awesome movie, man. It's very inspiring.
Okay. But to answer your question, I guess like people find that as a like she said, I guess she feels that that's a safe haven for her. Like work is just so draining that when she gets those 3 days, she just rest. Because I want to say we all have like maybe a small percentage of that like in the back of our minds. Because a day off usually you do want to rest. But we just
There's
have
an
stuff
extreme.
on our minds.
There's an extreme.
Yeah, I mean, there's an extreme for everything. But like,
at least we cook. Like, damn.
yeah, like sometimes I wake up early on my days off just because I want to do something like that.
Yeah, it's usually video games, and I just hear him in that.
Because I'm trying to be quiet for y'all, you
No.
baby. But yeah, like to have nothing to want nothing to go on a day off. That's kind of insane. I'm sorry.
Absolutely insane. There's nothing right about that. There's absolutely nothing right about any of that.
That could have a deeper meaning to it for real.
Yeah, it does.
Okay?
It does.
Form of depression.
No, she says that she loves it. And she just wants to watch basketball and all these other things.
It's a form of delusion. Yes.
She said especially on the days that she doesn't have her son. So it might just be that son is just more needing of her attention, that she just doesn't want to.
So she might actually, for real, like, I'm going to be real with y'all, like, this might actually be a bad example because this is a person that is trying, like, their goal is to move up in the job. This is a person who when she's at work, she's doing everything she can to advance her career, create the stories that she needs to move to the next level. Okay. So with somebody like that, when they're off, of course they're not going to do anything else because they put all of their energy into the job. I don't need to put my energy into anything else when my energy is going to work. But the problem is that it's the same for everybody. I don't need to put my energy into anything else because all of my energy goes to my job. And the problem here is that most people, their feelings are attached to the things that they need to do. Well, when I get off of work, I don't feel like doing that because I got beat down by the job all week long. I don't feel like doing that because this, that, and the third happened to me. And, you know, my emotions all over the place, you know, I'm PMSing or whatever the case is, whatever. Like, yo, I got all this going on, so I don't feel like doing that. But, you know, the thing is, that most people don't realize is that even when they don't feel like doing certain things, like going to work, even when you don't feel like doing that, you do it because that's the system that you trapped in right now. Yep. And when we're talking about routine, we're talking about the system that is going to get us to success. We're not talking about you just like doing a whole bunch of random acts. Because random acts ain't gonna get you nowhere, but in a random situation, that's just, let's just be real. Like, you know, when I'm bored, I just go do something. When I'm bored, I don't care what I do. I just go do something. I go play video games. Like, that ain't gonna get me nowhere either. But what people need to realize is that the system that you put yourself in is going to be the system that you're going to is going to be the system that's going to feed your life. So if I don't create my own system outside of what I'm doing on my day-to-day grind, because my day-to-day grind right now is just work. That's my day-to-day grind. What I do outside of work is what most people would consider a hobby, but I consider it a business. The problem is that most people look at everything outside of their 9 to 5 as the hobby. So they treat it as such. They treat it like a hobby. That's why we got so many people right now who their routine, because we're getting back to the topic, right? We're getting back to the topic. Their routine doesn't fit what they say they want to do. Well, I say I want to be a published author, yet when I get off of work, I ain't doing nothing that support that mentality. I'm not improving my vocabulary. I'm not improving the way I write or spell things. You know, I'm not even gonna get into that.
Not researching.
You know,
like
I say
topic in the story, something.
Yep. I say I want a lawn care business, but you know, I ain't out here getting prospects. I ain't going door to door. I see this house right here. When I get off of work, every single day I get off of work, I see this big ass house, grass up to my kneecaps. I drive past this house to go home every single day, and not one time have I stopped to go knock on this person's door and say, "Hey, you need your grass cut? I got a lawnmower right here. Let me go ahead and knock that down for you, about $30, $35. Let's go ahead. Let's do that." But I missed the opportunity. Now I found out that this person is rich and they just got bad knees and they can't go out there and cut their own grass, but they paid this person $500 to cut their grass. But yeah, you just roll past the house every single day. You ain't saying not one word. Why? Because I don't feel like it because work beat me down. So people out here just skipping through opportunities because, well, I don't feel like it. You'll feel it. You got too many feelings in the goal. What is your goal? What are you doing? What do you want to do with your life? Where is your time going? Where is your energy going? What do you want to leave behind? What the fuck is it that you want to do? Let's be real. Let's sit back and think about what it is that you are trying to accomplish. And if you ain't trying to accomplish nothing, by all means, go ahead and continue doing the same thing that you're doing because your job probably need bodies to do what you're doing anyway. So just go ahead and do it. But at the same time, don't be asking questions like you trying to make something happen with your life. But yet when you get off of work every single day, you just sit on the couch and you just watching TV. Bro, I don't want to talk to you if you've seen every episode of the TV show that you're trying to see. Bro, our TV been cut off for let me not say cut off. We got cable. But we just moved into this new house. Y'all know we got Comcast. We got to call Comcast. And they supposed to have been calling me back. It's been like 2 weeks now that they had me on hold. Literally, they you know how they set up an appointment over the phone with text message now, and they'll call you when they have a available agent. They've been supposed to be calling me for 2 weeks. We've been in the house for a month and a half now. We still ain't got no cable. We don't even watch TV. We paying for cable that we don't even need right now, bro. Why? Because we don't have time for that. We got goals. We got things that we're trying to accomplish. We got bills that we're trying to pay, and we ain't trying to rely on a job to pay them. Because we know for a fact that if we go to work every single day, we'll be able to pay those bills. But what will we be able to do outside of that? So that's where the routine come in. Because your routine have to support exactly what you say that you want to do. Your routine has to support the goals that you just said. If I want to make $10 million, do I have a $10 million routine? Hell no. Because somebody who making $10 million ain't spending 40 hours a week selling their fucking soul. Let's be real with it. My goal is to be an experienced published author. And when I say experienced published author, that means that I want to be one of those people who I can put my name on the book bigger than I can put the fucking title of the book. That's what I want. That's where I want to be. I want my name bigger than the title of the book. I want you to be like AJ McMullen wrote that book. AJ McMullen wrote that book. AJ McMullen wrote that book. I don't even know what the book called. I just know that joint back, black and blue there, black and green there, black and red there, whatever the case is. That's where I want to be at. And I know for a fact that when I get there, my routine won't be nothing like it is now because it can't be. It can't. It literally can't. I know for a fact that I want to be a successful real estate investor. But I know for a fact that if I'm working 40 hours a week, I can't possibly take care of 10 properties. I can't possibly get off of work and go and go take care of 10 tenants. I can't do it. It's not possible. That's not my routine. So you got to fix your routine to get to the next level. Your routine is what's going to get you to the next level. And how you get to the next level is all dependent on how your routine is and how successful your routine is and how efficient in the process that your routine is.
How thoughtful your routine is.
So getting to a routine, should there be a lot of thought put behind it? Should it be something you just fly by the wheels with? I watched this one dude. He's a very successful YouTube creator, content creator. We just say content creator,
influencer.
He was like, the reason he got successful is he forced himself to be successful. He put himself into like situations where he would have to basically toughen up, man up, get stuff done to get it done, basically, to make it happen. He said he would like get these houses or get these apartments that was rented to him or whatever, and they would be like, rent be like $1,000 or whatever. All right, so he and his friends, they were like, all right, so we gotta do this to pay rent. He said he been through like 3 houses like that, and that's what he does. He still, I don't know if he still does that now because he's successful. So he has the money now. So his routine worked for him.
That was just to save up money, or what was his goal when he did that?
Just to get him in the mindset of, all right, rent is due. I have to do any and everything to make rent. So basically, I need to put out this. I need to create.
He was full time. He didn't have a job.
Full-time content creator. He was like, I got to go hard. I got to do this. I got to make it.
That's a whole nother can of worms right there, man.
Come on.
That's a whole nother can of worms right there, man. Because let me tell you, and I struggle with this so much, man. I struggle with this. I probably had this conversation with Alyssa once a week, bro.
At least.
I struggle with the fact that where I'm at is just a product of what I've done up until this point. My thoughts, my decisions, and my actions up until this point. Where I'm at now. But the thing is that I know I can get out of where I'm at now by just changing up something up here. I don't know what it is. I just know that if I switch up something and do something a little bit better, a little bit more, then I will be in a better place. I know that. What that thing is, I have no idea what it is at the moment. But my process is to find it out. My routine is finding that out. But the thing is you... You ain't about to sell no book. You ain't about to sell no books at work, fam. You ain't about to make no new audiences at work, bro. Old people say they support you, bro, and they do. For the most part, they do. But, this is new. Yeah, this is new to everybody. You a brand new author. You got a book out. This your first book, bro. How many books you think these people going to buy and not read?
I mean, as long as they buy it.
That's not the point. That's not the point. If they not real fans of the content, then how can I move forward? Bro, for real. I sit back and think about this. You're not about to make you're not about to get a bigger audience by standing here behind this computer moving these trailers, fam. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. You can't stand here, ding, ding, walk up in this damn building, flip this turnstile, walk up in this damn dock, and you're not about to stand here at this dock and make no extra money outside of here by being here. You're not. You ain't got the time or the energy to split your focus from your job to work on this while you standing behind this computer. So it really don't even matter anyway. You got to be out there hitting the streets. You got to be out there shaking hands, getting people to understand who you are, what your brand is, what you write. There's no way that you can sit here on this job. You can literally leave this job right now and go make as much money somewhere else as you make in a week at this place. But yet you still keep coming back because why? You got bills to pay. Of all reasons, you got bills to pay. When Steve Harvey jumped with no job, rode in his car, slept in his car to find shows so he can pay for his family. He won't worry about no job. Why are you? Kevin Hart, another example, another comedian. He won't worry about no damn job. Why are you? He quit his job. 2 of them. Why are you? CJ with ETA. My man got offered a full-time gig and turned it down because he was like, I know this is going somewhere one day. Let me do just that. I don't want it. My man had to have a conversation with his wife and was like, I know we need the money. We doing bad right now. I'm borrowing money from your parents. But I can't do it. I know where my allegiance lies with this dude here, and I know he going somewhere. I gotta work a little bit harder to get there. My man turned down a full-time job. But yet we continue going back to this place just so we can stand around for 10 hours a day, sweating our asses off to complain about the place that we in.
What would help with that? Would a routine that could push anyone forward? Do you suggest, going hands in, hands on deck, just go for it, give it 100%, or ease into it? Like do a little here, a little there, see what fits.
Make a list of your goals.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out where you want to be in 2 months, 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, something incremental so that you can break it down further and say, okay, if I want to reach this milestone, what steps do I need to take? Okay, next milestone, what steps do I need to take? So on and so forth. That way you can make a list of things that you can do daily with intention, whether it be self-development, like me and him have been doing every single day on our days off. If we don't get it to that day for like 3 or 4 hours with several things, then we'll try and say, okay, we need at least 20 minutes. 20 minutes a day, like that's going to get us to where we need to be so that we have that continuous mindset. If your thing is, okay, I need to research how to open a business, how to market this, how to market that. Just like Aaron was talking about, like different ways of publishing or different ways of editing or different ways to be more efficient in this. Just trying to figure out ways that you can meet your goals. And then that way you're not rambling around trying to be like, okay, here's my list of things I want. No order, no anything to like, no order or anything like that. And then you end up just driving around the city, wasting hours and hours of time, just trying to make moves and don't really make sense just because one thing goes with this but hasn't been bought yet, and then you run out of money and this and that, and it doesn't make any sense. You have to actually be intentional about things.
It's like going through a maze.
Yeah. A maze of Home Depot.
Tucson. Tucson. Yeah, like to answer that, like she hit it right on the head, man. But like I would say, like, that's gonna have to be another episode for real. But you know, when planning those things, one of the biggest things that people get wrong is that they sell themselves short too much, man. So when they do start planning those goals, they start writing those goals down, telling themselves what they want, exactly what they want, man. They don't do enough. They don't do enough. Yeah, like their goals too small. Like it's like when we were talking about losing weight. Like when you say you want to lose weight in the year of 2021 and you lose 1 pound. Well, you already reached your goal. So I mean, you didn't do nothing. Like sit down, chill out. But if you say like, yo, like no matter what I do in the year 2021, I'm gonna buy this shirt, and I'm gonna fit in this shirt by the end of the year. I'm gonna lose whatever amount of weight that make me look good in that shirt. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hold this shirt up and let this shirt be my affirmation, bruh. At that point, yo, you got my respect, because that's a definite goal, and there is no way out of that. There is no, okay, all right, if I don't get that done, then, you know.
Oh, well, I did something.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It ain't no it is what it is moment. Either you going to do or you're not going to do. So when it comes to doing what you said you were going to do, actually tell yourself that you're going to do it. And then make the routine around what you said you were going to do. And say, these are my non-negotiables. Lee already said we have list of things that we need to do, though we may not be 100% set on how we're going to get those things done. But we say, this is the list, and by the end of the day, these things need to be done. And usually, we put our heads down, and what we found out is that within 3 hours, usually we can get the whole list done. So we put a whole bunch of extra time into doing things and making completely new lists that wasn't even there in the first place, but we're still getting things done. And they're all things that's going towards the goal. No matter what our feelings are, we're still doing those things. And that is our routine.
We need to work on making more consistent routine, but
I agree.
Always improving.
Always be improving.
So with y'all's routine, as a couple, do y'all think y'all are able to do things a lot faster, or like in a team setting?
I think ours is more of a divide and conquer kind of thing. Like we have some parts that we can definitely mesh well together, like editing the book. He's kind of the one that reads it out, so that he's kind of spotting for like inconsistencies, weird spellings, things like that. And then I'm more like, okay, on the analytical side of, oh no. I'm more on the analytical side as far as like, okay, does that sentence structure make sense? Does this need to be moved here? Does this need to make sense up here? Does this need a new paragraph? Does this need to be capitalized? Does this word mean something completely different in different languages or different contexts?
That shit don't make sense. Erase it. That's pretty much what she said.
Or add stuff. Or stop being so robotic and use more detail. Or show this, not tell this. Or any other number of things.
I began to roll my eyes.
I started to.
Shut
I
up.
reached for. I did this mostly partly. Started to. Began to.
Oh God.
Slowly began.
Stop.
Where were you when I was trying to write essays in college? Jesus Christ.
Stop.
Almost stop. Begin to stop.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Partially stop.
She making fun of my word choices.
We've all been there.
When did I begin to learn this lesson?
Hey?
And I'm pretty sure you even said begin to learn this lesson.
How would you write that? What's the problem?
No, because I told him that was an issue with the first book, is that he would put a lot of they began to reach instead of just I reached.
There ain't enough alcohol in this cup.
He would put that throughout the entire book. And I was like, they did the action. They didn't begin to do it. They didn't begin to cry. They just cried.
I mean, but true.
There would be like 18 of them in one chapter.
poking all type of holes in the
And
in the
see how
magic.
far it comes.
But that's what we want. That's what we need. We need that.
Iron sharp as iron, man. Iron sharp as iron.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
The book-
But anyway, we definitely have certain things that we do better together, and then we have other things that we do well apart.
Mhm.
And then just kind of reconvene and figure out from there.
Healthy balance.
All right, man. Let's go ahead and start wrapping this episode up, man.
Too many secrets.
We got anything coming up, man?
Not on my
Nothing
end.
at all. All right, cool.
Not yet.
So I've made a decision, like literally just now.
What's up?
We are beginning to censor Alyssa and her ability to give secrets.
Stop making that.
I'm gonna pull out my phone
Uh-huh.
Oh, Jesus.
and I'm going to look at the calendar real quick.
Oh,
And I'm going to challenge myself to do something.
Uh-huh.
So today is May the 4th. What in the hell?
Oh, hell no.
What in the hell? I'm trying to. Why did YouTube just start on my phone? All right.
My phone was doing
So-
that too, man. I don't know. That's weird.
All right. So on. Not that day.
Not that day. It began to be that day, but it wasn't that day. They started to this day.
On Saturday, September 4th. Book 2 of the series will be released.
Yay!
Saturday, September 4th.
You sure you're not putting your foot in your mouth?
Oh, no. I think I'm good. That book already written. I think I'm straight.
Oh, okay.
Make it happen. No.
And the second week of December, book 3 is going to be released. That is my declaration. Because I said I was going to publish 3 books this year, and I'm sticking to that. I am sticking to that. So I'm going to get those 2 books published before the end of the year out. The next book, Can't tell the title yet. But the next book will be published on September the 4th. Is that September the 4th, right? Saturday, September 4th, I think. Yep, Saturday, September 4th. The second book of the series will be published. And you can actually go and get 50% off that book right now by reading The Gem State Siege and finding the secret code hidden in the book. So, go and buy The Gem State Siege right now and find the code so you can get 50%. 50% off. I'm giving you 50% off. Come on now.
50.
By the time I get to that point of releasing that book, y'all already know what's going to happen to my reputation as an author. Come on now. Come on. So, go get yourself a copy of the Gem State Siege right now. Find the code. And if you want 50% off of the next book in the series, in the World's End series, then go get that book and find that code. And follow the instructions in the book. Don't call me.
What? Is your number in the book?
No, don't reach out to me trying to figure out how to do it. Just read the book. All right. So with that being said, I think this is the end of our episode of the Dirty Trump Podcast. This has been the Star Wars episode.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you guys. Happy Cuatro de Mayo.
Wow. No, all right. So don't look at me weird. Don't judge me.
You didn't know that May 5th, did you?
I didn't until I wrote it out on our little board at home. I was like, all right, Cinco de Mayo's on the 5th. And then when I wrote it plain out, I was like, that looks a lot like May. Cinco is the 5th. Oh. Why is this?
All right, you guys. This has been the
Peace. Love y'all. See y'all next week.
All right.
Bye.